to Karate Combat. We are here in the future and we are surrounded by 100,000 excited fans ready for an evening of full contact martial arts. My name is Josh Palmer, joined as always by the legend that is Bas Rutten. And Bas, we're in the future. This stadium looks like quite a place to watch some fights.
Oh, I wish that I was still fighting. Imagine fighting here. This is crazy. Now let's break this down. First we were in the late 1800s, Okinawa, Japan. Then we went to Hollywood, 1980. And now we're in the future where karate combat is on top of the world. I mean, check this out. It's crazy, right?
I've got to say, I feel a little underdressed and out of place in this outfit from last week. Do you want to tell the folks at home how we actually got here?
Yeah, well, we can't take any credit for this one. You know, it purely happened by accident. You see, I always told people that messing with time is a big no-no, but it looks like this is actually the best thing that could ever happen to us. So originally we were supposed to go back to our own time, but we flew past 2021, and now we are seeing what karate combat would look like not too distant into the future.
That didn't really answer my question. If you're still confused at home, here's a video. It has been a pleasure having you with us here on Karate Combat in the 80s. We will see you next week. Where that is, we don't know, but from Bas Rutten, myself, Josh Palmer, later Anna Lee, and Robin Black, we'll see you next week.
Hasta la vista, honey. You okay, Josh? Hey, look at this. We lost our leather jackets. Man, I really like those jackets. Dude, that looked like it hurt. You gotta try to stay on your feet, buddy.
Man, leave me alone. I'm sick of you. I told you this time machine was broken. I seem to be saying this a lot when I'm with you, but where are we?
Okay, first of all, yes, I apologize. Time machine was broke. Second, where or when we are, I have no... Whoa, shit.
So we're stuck in the future, and there's a karate combat stadium. I mean, that's kind of cool, but it means we must have broken something. So what could that be? Space-time continuum? Parallel universe? George was right about the aliens.
Oh, come on, relax. Get yourself together, Josh. We'll figure it out, like we always do. Oh, hey, look at this. I got a 20G network. We must be way into the future.
Oh, well, that makes everything all right then.
Okay, calm down, calm down. Let me make a call.
Who are you gonna call?
Hey, Bas, what's up?
George! What's up, my friend?
You finally came back home after your little time-traveling adventure.
Long story short, we're stuck in the future. We really need some help.
Oh, you can't even calling me now.
Listen, just help us out, okay?
Well, I'm in Canada now. I can't do anything.
Canada, Robin, my little Canadian friend. He just must have landed in LA from the 80s. Hold on, let me get him on the call.
All right.
I'm telling you, man, you gotta compete in the pit. It's so pure, man. I've had so much fun analyzing these fights.
I've been in one of their events before. It's so nice.
Bas!
Hey, Robin.
George!
How are you doing, my
guys?
friend?
Bas, where are you, man? You didn't come through the time machine with us.
Long story short, brother. Josh and I are stuck in the future.
Oh, dude, Bas, you guys are in a pickle, but I'm working here with...
George, Bas, what's up?
Oh, hey, Lyoto. Awesome, my friend. How you doing?
Lyoto, como você está?
I saw some this season. It looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, we had some really good fights.
You really have to come take a look. It's been a blast to be part of.
Awesome. Bas, where are you? What's going on?
It's a long story. We're stuck in the future. But I'm not going to bore you with that. Could you please put Robin back on? Robin, I need you to find Clive and get that portal fixed, all right?
Okay, Bas, I'm out the door. Sensei Lyoto, the video's gotta wait.
All right, help is on the way.
Help? Who you getting here? I mean, I gotta be honest, Robin doesn't really shout hero to me.
Okay, quit worrying, all right? Let's have some fun. Let's go and check out that karate combat stadium over there.
You know, Bas, I'm curious. All this trouble you get us into, do you practice or is it an accident?
Well, believe it or not, you're not the first person to tell me this. Whoa, look at the size of this place. How many people do you think it can hold? Like 80,000 or so?
Oh man, at least 100,000.
Wow, this is crazy.
Oh, wait, is that us?
Oh, we're legends now, buddy. Woo. Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, we have to have our next event here. You know, I'm going to text Robin. I'm going to make sure that Clive fixes the portal. And then when this is fixed, just bring the fighters over, right?
Okay, but then we're going home.
I promise you. But this, man, this is going to be epic.
So, Bas, we are pitside, ready to watch some great fights. I guess we just, get started and hope that Robin shows up and brings the fighters with him.
Yeah, and I was going to tell him to bring some outfits, but if you look at the style of the future, didn't really change that much. I mean, our 1980s outfits still what you see with. Always bring back the old styles. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not so sure about that, but let's go ahead and get this going. Tonight, we are going to see...
Oh, that was weird. Look at this place. I knew karate combat was going to be the biggest thing ever. I just knew it. Guys, I brought you some outfits.
Hey.
And I also brought a dragon.
Look at that, man. You're my hero, Robert. I mean, Josh was doubting you. I never doubted you. And you brought Machida-san. It feels like we're back in Okinawa, Japan. Love it.
Bas and Josh, what's up, guys?
Doing great, brother. Hey, put your ass right here in the booth because we need you.
For sure, man.
What an awesome surprise. Lyoto Machida is going to join us to call some of these fights tonight. We're going to go ahead and get changed, and you are going to take a look at tonight's main event.
Меня зовут Andrei Grinevich. Я буду биться с американским бойцом.
My name is Ross Turbo Levine.
Любой удар, опережающий его, может сделать так, что нокаут сделаю я.
I am going to be violent and a winner.
What a fantastic main event we have to look forward to tonight. And Bas, Robin brought us some pretty nifty outfits.
Yeah, I can't blame him for thinking what people would look like in the future, but this is exactly what I had in mind.
And Lyoto, you're here to watch some fights. You're looking forward to this evening?
Absolutely, yes, sir. I would like to see a good fight, and for sure we're going to see that.
We have got a great night of action for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's fight card. We do, of course, have that main event you've just seen. Andrei Grinevich, the Warrior of Light, taking on Ross Turbo Levine at 84 kilos. Before that, in the same weight class, we're going to see Igor De Castañeda, the Iberian Bull, take on Jorge Perez, El Bra from the Dominican Republic. And we're going to kick off tonight's action down at 61 kilos with our first fight of the evening. The Pocket Ninja, Dmitri Novikov from Russia, is going to take on the Hungarian Red Fox, Nikolas Lukacs. And as we welcome our first two fighters here to the future at Karate Combat, Bas, Lyoto, you looking forward to some good fights this evening?
Oh, yes, I am. You and Lyoto, they look very well prepared, man.
Yeah, two young guys looking to really make their mark in what is one of our lighter weight classes here at 61 kilos. Absolute pleasure to have the Dragon Lyoto Machida here pitside with us tonight, one of the best proponents of karate in full contact fighting there is. There is the tail of the tape for the man in the red corner, Dmitri Novikov, the Pocket Ninja from Russia, making his debut today. He stands 5 foot 3 inches tall, and he is a proponent of the Kudo style of karate. His opponent tonight in the blue corner, making his second appearance here at Karate Combat, not picking up a win first time out, but looking to make amends tonight. He is also a Kudo competitor, so very interesting to have two proponents of the same style clashing here in the pit. And our first two competitors drop down into the pit for the first time. Remember, follow Karate Combat on all social media at Karate Combat, or visit us on the web at karate.com. Dmitri Novikov in the white pants, Nikolas Lukacs in the black pants, and a quick start from the Russian boss.
Yes, that was nice. Simple 1-2, bang bang over the top. Good movement backwards out of the reach from Lukach. That was nice there by Novikov.
Yeah, both showing very nice technical composure on that initial engagement, really rotating on their punches.
I like Novikov going to the body with the left and on top going with the right. Great setup. He should do it a few times, like 3 times in a row, only to the body and then add the right hand.
Lyoto, how important is it to get that first strike in, to be the first one to push forward and impose your will?
Because when you start the fight, look at that. Look. Like Novikov does now.
Well, walking onto some stiff jabs from the Russian is the Hungarian, but he's staying stuck in the pocket and pressing forward. Keeping a very Western-style boxing guard up, looking to work that jab. Yeah, spinning back fist just misses the mark, and there's some damage on the face of Dmitri Novikov already.
Whoop, nice high kick, but he pulled it almost like a point karate head kick. He should drive it through.
Got to say, very impressed with the tempo of these two young fighters straight out of the gate. They've got 3 3-minute rounds, should they need them, and we're approaching the halfway point of round number 1. Good kick to the leg there, just caught him off balance.
Followed up with a 2-1 instead of a 1-2. That was nice, I love it. The right hand and then the left. You don't see that a lot. Super effective though.
They're doing a good job of staying in the pocket, keeping going.
They are more hand fighters now. No, they barely use their leg. No!
There we go.
Just
They're listening to you.
Yeah, nice snapping front kick up to the open side of the body.
Good left hook connected there. Lukacs, the receiver, and the back fist, same spot there.
It's good, they're really sitting down on their punches, getting all that power through.
And Novikov is doing a great job. He's moving in and out. And now we're going to see if that Kudo is going to help them, because both of them, like you said, were practitioners.
Yes.
And there are some takedowns allowed in Kudo.
Yeah, so the first time we see them clinch, the referee breaks them. They have a few seconds to initiate a takedown attempt should they choose to use it, and then of course 5 seconds of ground and pound if that takedown is successful. But they split back to the middle here, and the Hungarians still pressing forward.
Whoop, uppercut hook, I love it. Should have followed up with a cross. Nice, connected again with the cross hook.
This is exactly the start to the night we wanted here at Karate Combat. I've got to say already, Bas, the judges are in for a tough first round to score.
I know, but Novikov is really controlling the distance in this fight. I mean, whenever his opponent comes forward, he goes backwards and vice versa.
And Novikov unleashing some kicks now, locks up in this over-under position.
If Novikov starts to use more legs, he has a chance to knock Lukacs out, for sure, man. You see the round kick just pass.
There we go.
Generating so much power in that spinning wheel kick again, though.
He was listening again to you.
Manages to keep his guard in place and just fight off a very aggressive passing attempt in those 5 seconds from Lukacs. And that is the end of round number 1. What a fast pace from these two. They are going to head back up to their corners, and they get a minute to try and calm themselves back down. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the replays. Bas, Lyoto, talk us through this.
So you see, Lukacs, he put pressure, but he's not ready to defend himself. His mindset's only about attacks.
Yeah.
But once you put the pressure, you have to be ready to defend yourself.
Yeah, and what he's also doing very well, he works the body and he works the head. He's going back and forth. Beautiful liver kick there. There's the head kick attempt, which actually connected on the top.
Yeah,
it seemed like perhaps Novikov managed to open up a bit more towards the end of the round. He settled in a bit more, started throwing a few more varied techniques. There we see Nikolas Lukacs in his corner, wearing a little bit of that damage on the face. If you're in the corner of the Hungarian Bas, what are you telling him for round number 2?
Well, you got to push more, because if you want to take the striking away from your opponent, you got to push faster. Not just pushing because he's doing that, but Novikov is just really good at controlling the distance. He just moves backwards. If you bull rush him, you cancel him out.
Novikov started training when he was just 6 years old, trains in 3 different styles of karate as well. He's 22 now, so plenty of years of experience. By contrast, Lukacs is, he's barely just 20 years old at the moment, so one of our younger competitors for sure, but getting stuck in nonetheless.
He's got some great crosses and hooks. Beautiful jab there, though. And Lukacs. There's the high kick again. Beautiful.
Lukacs said to us in his interview he knew he wouldn't necessarily be faster than his opponent, and we're seeing it here. Novikov's just a little bit quicker in the combinations. Beautiful left off the back there.
It's because he's coming forward, but he needs to come faster forward because Novikov is just matching him the whole time. Hey, where's that body shot?
Right to the body.
Yeah.
So they tie up. It's double underhooks for Novikov, but he's been off balanced against the wall here.
Yeah, and for the people at home, that is not considered a down, so you can do anything from that position. Kick, punch, anything.
Yeah, that not.
Novikov has been more effective. No, he has landed more punches in.
Absolutely, and although he's backing up, when he steps in, he really sits into those punches.
Yeah, like that. You see, uppercut hook straight. I mean, I love it what he's doing. Just wrap it up with like a liver kick or something. Uppercut hook straight, poof, sets you off for the left kick to the body.
Well, let's see if he listens to you, Bass. He's breathing fairly heavily as he tries that spinning back fist again.
Yeah, but he did it on the spot. And you need to close the distance with that.
Lukacs is still pressing forward, but he's just not landing the same kind of volume or with the same kind of accuracy that the Russian is. About 1:20 left in this second round here.
Yeah, wow, man. These guys are firing. It's beautiful. But like Lyoto said, should start adding more kicks, right?
Oh yeah, more kicks. He can open up the fight.
Yeah, we saw some from Novikov towards the end of that first round, but the last minute here in the second, are we going to see the same? A lot of distance covering forward. Do you think some fatigue is starting to set in now, though? He's breathing a little heavier.
Yeah. I mean, the pace that these guys are going is pretty insane, so it might. And that together with the nerves, the adrenaline, you know. Beautiful throw there. That's a reverse.
And reversal in throw.
I always say it. If somebody takes you down, just keep the momentum going, and you'll be surprised how many times you end up on top.
The problem there was the throw was over the head. He didn't have the underhook, couldn't secure the body on the way down. Really just had no choice but to keep rolling, but they're back to the feet here.
Oh, there's the liver shot again. Yeah, he
body.
loves it. It was tied to the solar plexus, but it was meant to deliver. Solar plexus is a great part as well. By the way, the liver is above the solar plexus. It's the largest organ in the body, so...
It's not something you know too much about, Bas?
Yeah.
So, let's see Lukacs still pressing forward. Still trying to stay in this, but that's the end of round number 2. And we've got to say, guys, on balance, still giving this one to the Russian.
Yes, 100%. You know, even though he's moving backwards, you know, and I know that the aggression is counted a lot.
Yes, as Bas just said, Novikov, he's moving backward, but he can control the fight with punches and kicks and control the distance. So
the beautiful takedown.
Old school
almost strapped. Yep, couldn't base out.
And he took the momentum and reversed the position.
Yep. There's the body shot after the left hook. Left hook, right hook, liver shot.
It seems like Novikov is actually hitting the target with pretty much every strike he throws in those combos. And the volume's just starting to build up now.
Yeah, you can tell by the face of Lukach that he's connecting.
Yeah.
It's like a train coming forward, but it gets stopped every time. Bonk, bonk, bonk. You know, like I said, he needs to come forward, but fast. He needs to blitz. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, the tempo's a little bit too continuous.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Because then Novikov can control the distance.
Yeah.
So touch of gloves, round number 3 underway. Dmitri Novikov in the white pants, Nikolas Lukacs in the black pants. Novikov pouring with that lead jab now, trying to keep Lukacs away. Again, he keeps pressing forward. Nothing if not tenacious, I'll give him that.
Yeah, but the kicks, where are the kicks, you know? If you have more weapons to worry about, it opens up more targets.
Yeah, I don't think Lukacs has thrown a single kick in this fight.
0.
Yeah. He's more a hand fighter. More hand fighter. He only used his hand. Oh!
Connected that one. And Novikov is doing really well with his hands. He goes like, why would I kick?
Good tussle, nice outside trip.
That was nice. Go right into the guard, so there's no striking allowed. Well, Lukach connected with that big punch, so he might be coming forward now hard.
Lyoto, if Lukacs wanted to use kicks to close the distance, what kind of thing would he look for?
So he has to looking for, see, he missed the distance all the time. He wants to kick when the distance is so short. And he used the mindset of just attack. So
they tussle again, and it's the Hungarian coming out on top of the body lock. He can't strike from this position, though. He has to free himself from that half guard on the ground, so no chance. The referee's going to get back to the feet here. Final minute and a half of round number 3. Novikov steps forward strongly again. A little bit of dirty boxing almost on the inside there.
Wow. Big swings, but he needs to connect, and he really needs to knock out because he's behind. In my book, at least he is. But he's doing great in this round. Then again, great comeback from Novikov. Finally, he kicks it against Red.
Good catch for the kick, good takedown off that. Lukach did feel he needed to be more aggressive and use more movement in this lighter weight class, but
he has to knock out the fight, right? He wants to finish the fight.
Certainly looks like he wants
in order to win. He needs to.
In order to, yeah, he needs to.
He's behind. This round might be his round, though. But the first two
was Novikov, yeah.
Final 30 seconds of the fight. Both men still driving forward strongly.
Oh, that was a big one. You heard it. You heard the knuckle. Man, he's got a chin.
Yeah,
Lukach.
Novikov seems tired, no? He's moving backward.
Yeah.
Absolutely, in on a single leg. Final 10 seconds.
That's not a takedown.
No.
He's got
Rolling thunder kick to finish.
did that at the end of his fight. Remember that.
What a fight from these two young competitors. Dmitri Novikov and Nikolas Lukacs leave it all in the pit. What a fantastic 3 rounds, Bas.
Yeah, this was a great way to start this event.
We're going to see the final replays from round number 3 here. Gents, talk us through the action.
Beautiful jab there by Lukach. Boom! Very connected overhand right. Here we come with the takedown. Outside leg trap. Only too bad he fell into the guard. Not in this one though. Boom! That was a nice little right hand there on the butt.
You see Lukach kept his eyes facing forward. He kept coming.
Dude, he has a chin. Yeah. I mean, he didn't stop. He just kept coming forward.
Definitely he has a chin, and also I think he won the 3rd round.
Yeah,
Lukach.
I think so too.
The first 2 rounds, Novikov probably.
Well, let's see if the judges saw it the same way. We head down into the pit to make this first bout official. So as perhaps expected, Dmitri Novikov, the pocket ninja, victorious here in his debut at Karate Combat. He is up with our broadcast colleague, Andrei Grinevich, who's going to get a few words with our victor.
Congratulations, Dmitri. You know, that was quite the fight. You came out with a great pace and combination during those first 2 rounds. Can you walk us through that, please?
Здесь на самом деле все отлично, еще можно потренироваться немножко. Но единственное для меня было самое сложное, это психологически, потому что это для меня новый уровень. Не то, что я раньше выступал на любительском турнире. И то есть физически я себя чувствую нормально, а психологически мне раскрепоститься, то есть собраться, это было самое сложное.
Well, you are the pocket ninja. And we're really excited to see this on the vlog. Is this going to be on your actual vlog?
Да, меня называют карман ниндзя, это прозвище детства, потому что я всегда был такой маленький, даже потому что я не сильно большой и быстро непредсказуемый. Из этого мои старшие друзья дали мне прозвище. Да, у меня есть блог в Инстаграме, называется «Карманы ниндзя». Я выкладываю все приемы, арсенал, рассказываю то, что я узнал, какие новые приемы эффективные, и делюсь с людьми. Люди многие мне дают обратную связь в этих моментах и помогаю, скажем так, делиться своим опытом со всеми спортсменами.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Dmitri.
Yes, thank you, Andrea, and thank you, Dmitri, for a fantastic performance. We're going to throw it pitside to our friend and colleague, Mr. Robin Black, who's going to give us a few thoughts on that one.
Man, that little ninja, he's got a fast twitch neurology, and he was like on a 3-act play there. Linear strikes at the beginning, then he started adding kicks and some spins, fatigued near the end, and had to really dig down and kind of pull from that experience to be able to put it on at the end. A 3-act adventure for the Pocket Ninja.
Yes, thank you very much, Robin. What a fantastic outing that was for Dmitri Novikov. I'd obviously now like to take a chance to properly introduce our broadcast colleague for the evening, Miss Andrea Ocampo. And believe it or not, Bas, she is actually from the future.
Oh, I'm going to need to ask her some questions then, yes.
Thank you, Josh, so much. You and Bas are huge legends. You have made karate combat what it is today. It is such an honor working with you both.
Oh, thanks you. Thanks, Andrea. Hey, she said we're legends, buddy.
I will ride your coattails till the end. Thank you very much, Andrea. Join us again shortly on Karate Combat. We'll be back with more action from the pit.
Me llamo Igor De Castañeda y soy español. Todo lo que he conocido en mi vida es el karate. Mis padres tienen un dojo, son mis senseis en la vida y en las artes marciales. He crecido entrenando y corriendo aquí. Barcelona fue sede de los Juegos Olímpicos en 1992. Esto me inspira para estar donde compitieron los mejores atletas. España es el lugar más bonito que conozco. Si miras a tu alrededor, puedes ver todo lo que tiene para ofrecer. Intento aprovechar el clima y hacer ejercicio al aire libre, tanto como los elementos me lo permiten. Me encanta hacer ejercicio, nunca tengo suficiente. La gente siempre me ha dicho que mis músculos son demasiado grandes y que soy demasiado voluminoso para ser un luchador. Mis sesiones de entrenamiento son duras por elección propia. ¿Por qué entrenar flojo si puedo darlo todo siempre? Creo que si te esfuerzas hasta el límite, tú mismo, eventualmente no tendrás ninguno. Le doy gracias a mis padres. Ellos me mantienen centrado en mis raíces del karate. Entrenábamos todos juntos. Somos una familia en más de un sentido. Lo único en lo que tengo que trabajar es mi puntualidad. No les gusta cuando llego tarde. Y cuando lo hago, me castigan. La mitad de estos músculos probablemente se deben a que siempre voy con 5 minutos de retraso. Son duros conmigo, pero estoy de acuerdo en eso. Saben que estar en el pozo es tan duro como implacable. Algunos padres se burlan de sus hijos. Otros tienen sus bromas internas. Mis padres piensan que es divertido formar equipo contra mí. Lo disfruto. De hecho, somos una familia muy unida cuando entrenamos. En cierto modo, cuando entrenamos, todos nos convertimos en una sola mente. Es un vínculo único que tenemos. No lo cambiaría por nada. Mis sesiones de entrenamiento son duras por elección propia. ¿Para qué voy a entrenar flojo si puedo darlo todo en cada segundo? Creo que si te esfuerzas hasta el límite, no vas a tener ninguno. El límite eres tú mismo. Estoy feliz de entrar al pozo una vez más. He revisado mis últimas peleas, haciendo algunas mejoras, aumentando mi cardio. Estoy listo para canalizar mi energía hacia el que tenga enfrente. La bandera roja ondea frente a mí. Y de Iberian Bull carga hacia adelante.
¡Vamos!
Desde que tengo memoria, siempre estuve luchando, corriendo, saltando, usando mi energía y agresión hacia algo o alguien. Cuando tenía 7 años, mi padre me llevó a karate para darme un lugar donde perfeccionar y agudizar lo que ya estaba dentro de mí. En ese momento, estaba en conflicto, no me di cuenta de mi verdadera vocación, porque me encantaba jugar béisbol. Me tomó un tiempo darme cuenta de dónde permanecía, aunque nunca me alejé por completo del deporte. Si no estoy entrenando o peleando, estoy mirando, jugando o hablando de béisbol. Uno de mis amigos más cercanos era el mejor atleta de karate y todos hablaban de él, lo amaban, mis amigos me inspiró. No todo el mundo sabe esto, pero me ofrecieron un contrato para jugar béisbol profesional con los Rancheros de Texas y me fui para seguir este camino de las artes marciales. Todos me preguntan por qué hice esto, pero estoy en paz con mi decisión. Sigo siendo un fanático del béisbol. A cambio, mis ex compañeros hacen lo mismo por mí. Ellos miran mi pelea, me animan. Todavía tengo ese amor por el juego, pero siento que tomé la decisión correcta para mí y para mi familia. Ahora mismo, mi hija mayor, que tiene 8 años, entrena con David Ferreira. Mi pequeña me observa entrenar en casa, me observa e intenta imitar mis movimientos. Vivo con 2 de mis mayores admiradores y nada me hace más feliz que escuchar a decir: ese es papi, ese es papi. También me conocen por otro nombre, fuera de la casa, el PRA, porque soy tan rápido que nunca me verás venir, pero sentiré el impacto después como una bola rápida. Algo que la gente no sabe de mí es que me gusta bailar. Mi amor por la música ayuda a mi fluidez cuando estoy peleando. La pelea que perdí estaba demasiado confiado y poco entrenado. He arreglado mis errores, he trabajado para cambiar mi estilo, agregando poder y resistencia. Estoy listo para derribar los muros para la temporada 3. Estoy muy ansioso por volver al pit. Quiero poner mi bandera de República Dominicana bien arriba. Mis compatriotas dominicanos son atletas increíbles y podemos lograr cualquier cosa. Realmente estoy dentro de la mejor compañía y dentro de esta compañía, ¿qué más puedo pedir?
Welcome back pitside at Karate Combat. Josh Palmer, Bas Rutten, Lyoto Machida bringing you all the action from here in the future. Bas, a fantastic first fight in the books. We're going to move swiftly on to the 84 kilo division. Igor De Castañeda taking on Jorge Perez. De Castañeda, will start with him. A few consistency issues for him. He's 2-2 here at Karate Combat, and he's coming off a KO loss to Shaheen Atamov.
Yes, but he says that he feels great, he has no injuries, he wants to wait for his opponent to attack, and then he wants to counter that. He also says that he wants to control the distance, and most importantly, he wants to control his mind.
Now, by contrast, his opponent, Jorge Perez, he's looking to build some momentum here as he's coming off a knockout win over Velma Yeknin.
Yes, and he learned from his last fight, he said. He said, if you keep on pushing, it's going to be okay. Now, he knows that his opponent is aggressive, but he says, so am I. So he might use some takedowns. He won 2 fights by way of a hand. He said, it's time for me to win by knockout by way of a kick.
And Lyoto, there was a little bit of controversy at the weigh-ins yesterday. Jorge Perez weighing in a full 6 kilos under the weight of Igor De Castañeda. What's it like trying to fight someone with that kind of weight difference?
So I already fought in a heavyweight division, but that's very, very tough, very hard. Even 205 sometimes is tough for me because I'm kind of a small guy for 205. I prefer to fight, I would like to fight in my own class. I think they're going to be more equal, and I feel more like happy and also more free to do whatever I want to do, even in the grappling sometimes, because when you have a fight that you grab too much, so you feel the weight of the other guy.
Yeah, so it could be a little bit of an uphill struggle for Jorge Perez here today. Let's go ahead and head down into the pit for Igor De Castañeda taking on Jorge Perez. We welcome to the pit Igor De Castañeda and Jorge Perez. Should be a very exciting matchup here. Spain versus the Dominican Republic. 2 people with quite a bit of experience in the Karate Combat pit already. And you can already see there the heavily muscled frame of Igor De Castañeda. Tail of the tape for De Castañeda. You see there, Shotokan practitioner with his record of 2-2. Got a pretty significant height and reach advantage in this one. In the blue corner, Jorge Perez from the Dominican Republic. That 2-1 record here at Karate Combat. Both those wins coming by fantastic knockout fashion. So a lot of power in the hands of the Dominican. We're going to get this one underway shortly. Our referee, Kevin Sataki, to kick this off. Bas, Jorge Perez says he knows his opponent is very aggressive. Let's see if that plays out here in this opening stanza.
Yeah, because his answer was, well, I'm aggressive too. So let's see what happens.
It's been a very first turnaround for Jorge Perez. We saw him not that long ago.
Open stance here. That means low kicks to the To the shin, I wouldn't do. I would kick the calf, but no inside kicks now.
Yeah, it's that southpaw stance for Jorge Perez.
Wow,
there you go.
Did it. That's a very dangerous thing to do right now.
Yeah, kicks to the outside. Looks.
Got counted.
Oh, it's a big right hand on the exchange, though. Trying to clear the legs. Perez is keeping his distance, and that 5 seconds is going to elapse quick. But a strong flurry from De Castañeda. I'm sure he'll take some confidence from that.
But De Castañeda should watch out with that left outside low kick, because they got countered with the left straight across from Perez.
Yeah, that power backhand coming straight through the middle.
Oh,
kick
look
up
at
the
that.
open side.
Well, he said he wanted a head kick knockout.
That's it. You see this toe-to-toe stance. That power side for both fighters is right there. Lyoto, when you're fighting someone of an opposing stance, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for the kick. You know, I like to kick the body kick. I think that works a lot. See?
Oh, beautiful.
So Perez looking to go up that open side with his rear power leg. Same for De Castañeda. Bit of tit for tat at the moment.
Well, man, you got to watch out with those crazy kicks, man. Shin to shin is not a smart thing to do.
Now let's see, getting a little bit cagier now. De Castañeda motioning that he's going to pour at that jab from the center of the pit.
Yeah, Perez is going, hey, come on, stop, moving backwards.
So Perez, he looks so focused, no? He's very calm and wait for the right moment.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying to build that momentum from his very recent knockout win here. He said he learned from that last fight that he needed to be aggressive, he needed to keep pushing, and that's what would pay dividends for him. By contrast to Castaneda, he said he's been trying to calm himself down and not get overexcited, try and actually use his technique and not just get caught up in the moment of the fight.
Yeah, because you were talking about his physique, you know, and it was taking everything out of him. It hurt him in the stamina department.
They tie up briefly, but loose shots on the exchange. Closing seconds around number one here, about 35 left to go in this one.
They seem that they struggle in the short distance, right? They want to keep the short distance fight.
Yep. Both connected, and another one. 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Back and forth. Castaneda first, Perez then, and Castaneda at the end.
They seem content when they tie up in the clinch to just kind of slow the tempo, calm it down, reset properly. Neither one looking to work too much on the inside there. Closing 10 seconds of round number one. De Castañeda still in the center of the pit here.
Oh, see, he's waiting for that kick, that outside kick, and he counters, see?
Like you said.
Yep.
Who do you think got the better of the action there in that first round?
It's a hard one. It's a very hard one. What would you think? Oh, look at that. Here's the roundhouse kick. Boom! But you see the power, the impact of the kick.
Oh,
wow.
So but Castaneda got him with the right punch, right?
Yep. Connected while he was kicking. The punch is faster than the kick. One punch here, punch there, punch back. You see, that was the back and forth one. Castaneda started with it, Perez countered, and then Castaneda countered the last one.
I feel like both guys still have their chins up in the air a little bit when they're coming forward, though. We take a look in the corner of De Castañeda, taking some deep breaths.
What is good in karate combat is because the referee don't stop the fight in the middle of the fight. You know, in karate point you stop the fight to score the point.
Yep.
Vazari ippon. Here no, you never stop the fight. That is good because you have to readjust. You have to adjust the distance and the time all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a whole new experience for a lot of the fighters. These guys have got a lot of experience here in the pit, though.
We saw this in the beginning a lot, you know. In the beginning, you remember the first few shows, they were stopping after one punch. But then they learned, we got to make combinations.
You got to make combinations, yeah.
Beautiful evolution.
So Perez looking to go to work with that right leg. He showed that stutter step several times.
And I like it with the lead leg coming over the top. That was nice.
It's a little sloppy from De Castañeda, perhaps, but he's able to tie up, slow the pace down again. Sort of tapping his opponent to say, you called a break?
Yeah, just let me go, it's okay. It's okay, but it's okay.
Our referee, Kevin Sataki, resets them. They're trading control for the center of the pit here. Both of them taking their time in the middle. Moving around.
Connected with that right hand at the very end of the combo. Perez did. Good backward movement there by De Castañeda.
Since Castaneda is from Shotokan, you can see that he waiting for the right moment. We call DI in karate. It means like when the guy come, you intercept the kick or punch. See Castaneda try to do that sometimes, but
tried a spinning hook kick there, just got the distance closed on him completely though, ran out of space.
Like Yit Kudo, the way of the intercepting fist, right?
Yes.
So let's see, Perez just adjusting himself there again, settling down to his wide stance. A lot more movement still from De Castañeda.
Yep, but like Leota said, these guys complete different fighters the first fight you saw, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gets caught in the exchange, dropped very briefly, but again he's able to tie up and find that place of safety to look for the break there.
But the punches are connecting, and they're at the end of the punch, so it means there's a lot of power in those punches.
Perez connecting more punches. He's more accurate, right?
Yeah. And he's got great counter.
It's a huge shot from Igor De Castañeda. And Jorge Perez is out cold on the canvas.
That's what he was talking about.
That's what I said.
He was waiting for the right moment.
Yes, DI.
Yeah.
It's like when you intercept the opponent.
Wow, that happened so fast. I cannot wait to see a replay. The power of De Castañeda coming to bear there as Jorge Perez is dropped down to the mat here, just getting the medical attention he needs. Bas Vioto, talk us through this fantastic knockout.
I think he wants to... Oh, bonk. Oh, beautiful. Well, the straight punch is faster than the hook, you see? But he also stepped out of the way of the hook. It was beautifully timed on the button.
Wow. And Igor got hit himself a few times earlier in the fight. You know, he had a couple of wobbly moments there.
Oh yeah, he got connected a few times, like not so far before this happened, like 30 seconds before he got rocked.
Yeah.
He worked hard on his stamina and everything and his focus, you know, and what I was talking about in the beginning, calm, staying calm. That's the most important thing for him, and boy did it pay off.
So how about this? You know, he's coming off that knockout loss. What kind of bump does that give you as a fighter to come back in your next fight and hit a knockout of your own?
Yeah, that's it. You're back in the game, you know? Because if it would have been the other way around, you start doubting yourself. And then it's like, oh, what's happening? 2 knockouts in a row, but coming back with a knockout, which actually you don't see a lot. Because most of the time you fight very tentative if you have been knocked out prior.
Yeah.
Tentative is not a word I would use to describe Igor De Castañeda in that one. Let's head down into the pit and get Mr. De Castañeda's hand raised. So the Iberian Bull is going to move to 3-2 here at Karate Combat. Smiling and happy, I'm sure. He is pitside with our broadcast colleague, Andrei Ocampo.
Felicitaciones, Igor, de verdad. Felicitaciones en este momento. ¿Te sientes sorprendido que cogiste esta victoria?
Habría entrenado mucho como intentar pelearle a Jorge. Tengo que decir que es un grandísimo peleador. Pero he tenido miedo todo el entrenamiento y hoy ha podido salir bien.
Y en este momento, ¿qué mensaje tienes para tu familia?
Quiero dedicarle esta pelea a mi hermano Igor, que falleció hace 9 meses, que lo quiero, que todas las peleas que haga a partir de ahora siempre son para él. También agradecer a mi padre, que es mi maestro, mi sensei, y a César, que me está llevando por el buen camino en Karate Combat.
Felicitaciones, congratulations.
Muchas gracias. ¡Vamos!
Congratulations, Igor De Castañeda. Let's go ahead and get a few words from Robin Black on that knockout.
The punch was elegant. It's easy to get distracted by the punch, but the punch is simply a tool, like a guitar or a paintbrush. It's not about the tool, it's about the artist that used it. When he landed that punch, good job, sir. When he landed that punch, it was about the when and the awareness. As his opponent was going to come at him, he had just been hurt earlier. He's aware he's going to come, plant himself in the ground, and land the big punch. Awesome, awesome job.
Little Mike Tyson tattoo there, honest.
Yeah, what a great knockout. Let's go ahead and take one last look back at all the action from that second fight. Talk us through the fight montage.
Boom! There we go. Boom! That was beautiful. That was an intercepted punch. Yeah. And here's the knockout. Oh, look at this. So beautiful. Boom!
Right on the chin. Absolutely spot on the money for Igor De Castañeda, and you can see he knew straight away where that landed. What a brilliant bout there at 84 kilos. Stay with us here at Karate Combat. Coming up after the break, it's your main event.
My name is Ross Turbo Levine. I'm a professional martial artist, and it's pretty clear from the moment I open my mouth to speak that I'm not originally from Rhode Island, where I currently reside with my fiance and our 2 children, Marley and Piper. I'm a native New Yorker, specifically Brooklyn. Brooklyn is an amazing place, a state of mind. It's a confidence, it has its own swagger. It molded me to become who I am today. I grew up on the Ninja Turtles, so there's always room for pizza when I'm not in training camp. Once the contract gets signed, it's all business. I'm a 3rd-generation combat fighter. Both my father and brother are Taekwondo black belts. My grandfather was in the military, and my grandfather's cousin was in the CIA. Fighting is in my DNA. I actually never wanted to do martial arts. As a kid, I would much rather be outside running around with my friends. Then, my brother won a tournament, took home a big shiny trophy, and I realized I wanted that as well. I traded in my rollerblades for a gi, and the rest was history. I was given the name Turbo since the age of 16, because when it's time to turn on the jets, I do it. You can't give yourself your own nickname, so I lucked out with mine. I began my martial arts journey with Taekwondo, then transitioned into sport karate. I began really flourishing and eventually took home a bronze medal at the Waco World Championships. I feel like I came up a little bit short, but the opportunity to be at the level was an honor. The disappointment of losing only fueled my fire and competitive drive. 12 world titles later, I'm on the biggest stage, ready to prove myself against the best in the world and take home that golden belt. I've traveled all over the world for competition and I've learned so much, but the one place aside from New York that affected me the most is when I moved to New Hampshire to pursue my doctorate in physical therapy. It helped me to distance myself from distraction and focus on what was truly important in my life: my family, my career, and my training, which eventually brought me to full contact competition. From the moment Karate Combat began, it was on my radar. With names like Bas Rutten, GSP, Lyoto Machida, and Adam Kovacs, it's going to get your attention. I wasn't sure when my time would come, but I knew I'd eventually come here, back to my roots. My destiny to be their champion is undeniable. The entire division is on notice, and I can't wait to dominate inside of the pit. My coaches have always been keeping me grounded and focused. I've been training with smaller gloves and practicing with my coaches Andrew Cornell and Jake Manini. We blended my style of sport karate with my kickboxing in order to get ready for my debut. My team is strong, but the person who means the most to me is my fiancée, who is also a kickboxer. She gets up even earlier than me for work, still makes time to train herself and support me. She is my rock. Suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. This quote resonates with me at all times. My discipline will show in Karate Combat, and the rest will simply regret that they've entered the pit across from me.
What a main event we have got to look forward to. Bas, 2 very exciting fighters here. Let's begin. Andrei Grinevich, the Warrior of Light. He's got a bit of a tough road ahead of him, but he's dropped an entire weight class for this bout tonight.
Yes, he said 8 kilograms, but he also said that he didn't lose any power. Now, what he also said, this is crazy, he said that American kickboxing looks kind of funny to him. He's going to feel out, he's going to use his reach advantage, and he worked on some takedowns. Let's see if he can pull it up.
Now, his opponent tonight is the Turbo Ross Levine. Probably one of the most anticipated debutants we've ever had under contract here at Karate Combat.
Yeah, he said he's coming full circle tonight. He said, I started with point karate, then I went to kickboxing, and now I'm going to full contact karate. He says he loves it, he loves the open floor, he loves movement, he loves combinations, he loves to counter his opponent, and he also said that sometimes he'd like to throw in a takedown here and there.
And Lyoto, there's a lot of pressure on both these guys tonight, but for different reasons. Grinovich, he's looking for his first win inside the pit. Ross Levine, People are expecting big things from him. How do you deal with that kind of pressure?
So I like to say that always there is a pressure. It doesn't matter if you have your first fight or you're gonna fight for the title, or if you are a champion, or if you're gonna do your last fight. Always there is a pressure. You have to handle with that. But the most important thing is to be with empty mind. When I say empty mind, means like to live the present moment and to try to beat every single second in the fight. If you think in the result, you're gonna be worried. You're not gonna be able to give your best.
Well, let's see which one of these guys can empty their mind better and get that win tonight. This is your main event. It is Andrei Grinevich versus Ross Levine. First, we're going to head down pit side and get a few words from Robin Black to see what he thinks of this matchup.
Oh, this is a good one. Grinovich facing Ross Levine. Look at this highlight. Big. Lands the high kick. We could show you highlights of Ross Levine all night long. But when these fighters are here and they see somebody like Sensei Lyoto Machida, they want to learn from him. Even an hour after the weigh-ins, we caught Ross trying to ask Lyoto about using his feints. Here, Lyoto will use hip feints to try to distract his opponents and try to lie to him and then set up that front kick. Ross here gaining information, asking all the fighters, asking coaches in a constant state of learning. And you see in real time what he's doing here. He's picking up on that idea, learning from a fellow martial artist to set up this kick. He's used his high kicks beautifully. He's in a constant state of learning, is Ross Levine. Here, he'll use it to set up the hook, and then later than that, you see him using his feints to set up that high kick. This is an incredibly skilled martial artist, and you can see him learning in real time when he talks to the other fighters, when he talks to the coaches, and when he talks to someone like Sensei Lyoto. He's going to be in very tough here against Grinovich, who is a tough competitor in his own right. Grinovich has a lot of tools, a lot of weapons at his disposal, but in particular, his rear tools, his rear leg kick and his reverse punch. This kick here, as he fires it, you'll see that turn gathering energy from the mat as he turns the kick in, and he sets up the rear hand very well as well. This is going to be something he's going to try to draw Ross in and intercept him with the kicks. And if Ross gets aggressive, he will flee the distance and strike on his way out. He's also ultra elusive. Again, going to be very important against Ross Levine. He uses that playing surface extraordinarily well. This is going to be a dynamite matchup.
Yes, thank you very much, Robin. Lots to look forward to here. Let's go ahead, get this main event going. Andrei Grinevich taking on Ross Levine. Main event time, it is. A very fired up Andrei Grinevich comes through the portal, accompanied by his opponent, Mr. Ross Levine. Vas, we are very excited for this one.
Yes, I am.
You see there, Grinovich looking much more slimmed down at this lower weight class. Tail of the tape for Mr. Andrei Grinevich. He's got a little bit of a reach disadvantage here, despite being the taller of the two fighters. He is looking for his first win inside the pit, but he took a bit of time off after his last bout and said he feels much better, feels he's improved his cardio and his takedown. A very focused Ross Levine. Fair amount of pressure, as we said, on the man from New York City. He's actually a doctor of physical therapy alongside his competitive career, originally starting in points karate, moving into full contact kickboxing, and now coming full circle back to full contact karate. As we get this main event underway with your referee, Mr. Mark Goddard, do remember, follow us on all social media at Karate Combat, or visit us on the internet at karate.com. Josh Palmer, Bas Rutten and Lyoto Machida bringing you all the action here from the pit side. Ross Levine in the black pants, Andrei Grinevich in the white pants. And a lot of movement early from Levine.
Open stance, here we start. Grinovich southpaw and Levine in orthodox.
Yeah, a lot of twitching, a lot of feinting from Levine early. He's got a very, very stern look on his face. He's incredibly heavily muscled in upper body as well. Grinovich.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, he's getting backed up into the corner. Grinovich blitzes forward, looks for the outside trip. Muscles Levine all the way across the entire pit. And that was one thing Grinovich said to us. He thought despite dropping the weight class, he'd retained his power.
That's nice. it would be very bad if you started lost your power. Okay, I gotta eat some more again.
There we go, right high kick from Levine. Again, backing Grinovich up. But Grinovich is doing the right thing in getting out of that corner, right? He's changing the tempo, trying to get back to a more even ground.
Yeah, and I think Levine is just measuring his opponent. Look at this, beautiful takedown here.
Yeah, lovely Osotogari from Grinovich into a striking position, standing ground and pound, completely legal there. He said he thought the takedowns would be an advantage, and that Osoto just shows it.
Yeah, and in between, Levine said that he trained a little bit of mixed martial arts. He says, I also nibbled a little bit on taking people down and defending takedown. There we go, first kick.
Oh, and Grinovich is complaining that it was above. Remember, you can't strike between the hip and the knee under the Karate Combat rule set. You've either got to be below the kneecap or to the upper body. So you've got to be mindful of that target zone. Switching stances is Levine briefly. Grinovich will keep that guard higher.
He's pressing, he's looking for the opening. And Grinovich is loping for the intercepting fist or kick that Lyoto was talking about.
So there we go, immediately eating his opponent. There's the high kick, and it's a good catch.
In the guard though, mount position, reverse.
And that was good work from Grinovich. Caught the kick, came forward, but he's been cut by that kick. Yeah, I think he caught it with his head a little bit.
Yep.
So some very obvious damage now.
You see now he needs to throw a body kick. Looking him dead in the eye.
Lyoto, how is this pressure from Levine?
So it's good pressure, and Grinovich seems that he's not comfortable in the short distance. You know, he want to keep the distance, but he's not able to do that. You can see because Levine is getting closer, and he doesn't do anything.
There's a good little short hook from Levine on one of the breaks there.
Yeah, and I like that really, that low kick that he gave, that outside low kick. Ooh, that is a gingiri, as they call it. A kick to the pelotas.
Yeah, that was absolutely not deliberate. I think it's pretty clear, very respectful acknowledgement from Grinovich. But Ross Levine is going to get a couple of minutes here to just readjust, and Mr. Mark Goddard's going to have a quick warning. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, Mark Goddard knows a thing or two about that, right? Yesterday in the sparring session.
Lyoto, give us your thoughts on this fight so far, what's happening
so
in your eyes.
I think it's back and forth now, because Levine tried to get in a short distance to attack, and Grinovich is more comfortable in the long distance, so he wants maybe just one shot, one punch to finish the fight.
Yeah, certainly looking to throw some power in. Closing seconds of round number one. Overall thoughts on that round, guys? The obvious damage is obviously to Andrei Grinevich.
Yeah, it's a very hard round to call, right? It went back and forth. I would say because of the damage, probably maybe Ross, but this could be. But there's also a takedown here by Grinovich.
Yeah.
So that is counting points as well.
I think there might have been a clash of heads in the takedown as well. Here was some good standing ground and pound from Grinovich. He gets 5 seconds to land.
Plus Grinovich smart pushing the head down, so he created some space. That was a nice kick just above the knee. Grinovich was complaining about it a little bit. There's the high kick. He moved out of the way though.
The low kick was above the knee.
Yes, just above the knee.
Very close.
On the knee.
Yeah, as we take a look in the corner of Andrei Grinevich, getting some attention to a cut on his forehead there. It doesn't look too deep, but it's certainly possibly going to become a factor later on in this bout. Interestingly, Ross Levine not opting to sit on the stool here. A few mind games, perhaps?
Yeah, no, I would never do the same thing. I never take the stool away. You know, I like Mark Hominick start doing push-ups in between rounds. That's a good fun thing to do as well.
So they come back down into the pit. We're going to get round number 2 underway here. Reminder, this is our main event, but it's not a title fight, so it's three-minute rounds on the clock. And again, a lot of feints quickly from Levine, Grinovich, that wide stance, setting himself, just looking to pounce off that rear leg.
At the end of round number 1, he was actually using your feint with his hip one time, right? He was making that feint,
And he's bait.
Very good, see?
Yeah. He should continue doing something after the fake.
He locks him up in the corners, following him, completely trying to cut him off.
Yeah, it's a lot of forward pressure. That was a good shot. Grinovich moves to circle out of the way, but he's got to be careful not to get pressed straight back into another corner again.
Grinovich has a wide base which allows him to move backward fast. But at the same time, he has to use more technique to avoid Levine is coming too much.
Yeah, plus also a wide stance kind of capacitate your front leg. It's harder to stop those kicks.
Yes.
So a little bit of cumulative damage to the body and to the leg from Levine, who looks like he's trying to settle into a bit of a flow here.
Switching to southpaw. So now he should start throwing those kicks.
Well, we know he's got a very powerful left high kick, should he choose to unleash it. That's a nice distance, bit of cover.
And since the cross, very nice kick.
Above the knee, above the knee.
It was, on the knee, I would say. So that should be okay.
Yeah, got to be careful of those target areas, or he will get a warning from the referee. About halfway in this bout now.
Yeah, he's finding his reach. And I'm talking, of course, about Levine. But Grinovich has got those long, lengthy punches. And he really has to watch out, Levine, that he doesn't get hit by
that's a strong frame on the face, and a good high kick off the break. It was funny, Levine said to us, he felt that in moving to karate combat, everything he'd done up to this point, he had a little bit of everything that you need in karate combat, from the showmanship, the gamesmanship, but the dedication, the discipline, and obviously particularly the various combat skill sets. He felt he had a bit of everything that you needed in this sport.
Yeah. The only thing that's different, I would say, is that he's fighting pretty much in an open space. You can't put your opponent in the corner. Not really. Oh, beautiful body kick. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's good.
That's what he needs to do. Look at that kick. Yeah, he's finding his reach now.
But for Grinovich, he's got to throw some offense back. At the moment, it's mostly one-way traffic.
Yep. Yeah, round 1 was a much better round for Grinovich. That connected again, that punch.
Grinovich he's losing his distance. He's losing, and Levine is able to get in close and do his technique.
He's making him worried. That's why, he's connecting with the kicks.
Yes.
They fly out at this crazy moment, and it kind of stops him in his movement.
So a bit more damage accumulated on the face of Andrei Grinevich. Let's go ahead, take a look at some of these replays, guys.
Boom, Yokogiri, and boom, there's that kick again.
Calf kick.
Yeah, beautiful, and another one.
Calf
kick. And that was a good one. Once the body moves, that means the calf is relaxed. He's going to feel that. That Grinovich came in a beautiful counter, but he kind of stopped striking.
Yeah.
That was that, short X.
The calf kick can be confused with the ashibarai, foot sweep. You can use that too.
Yeah.
Similar to a calf kick, but it's more for foot sweep to put the guy
lower
on the ground. Yeah, put the guy on the ground. I think Grinovich is coming from karate point more than Levine, because he want to keep the distance all the time. He's waiting for one shot, one punch, which is not too good sometimes, because you need a lot of explosiveness to do that, and by the time goes by, it's hard to do that.
He wants to do the sen-no-sen that you were talking about.
Yes, sen-no-sen.
So third and final round here underway. Andrei Grinevich and Levine in our main event here at Karate Combat.
And I'm sure you saw he is attacking right away. Grinovich is corner told him, dude, you got to go, because round 1, it's a toss-up. Round 2 is for your opponent. You need to come out now.
Yeah, and he's doing just that. Good kick, good blitz. But Levine is pressing forward himself here.
You see what the feints are doing. It makes the opponent very nervous.
Disrupts their breathing,
everything. Well, look at that kick. That's a powerful kick, because the muscle is relaxed. I'm telling you, for the people at home, it doesn't look like something, but trust me, he's going to feel that, and he's going to feel that for a week.
Let's see if Levine goes down to that calf again.
Changing angles, switching stances, throwing every technique in the book right now. Levine's finding his home. Now it's finding a target.
Yeah, it's good constant pressure. One of the things we value the most here at Karate Combat is, of course, forward aggressiveness and damage landed in that forward momentum. And at the moment, you can hear the coach Andrew in the corner of Ross Levine telling him, "You're always here, Chris. Look at the timing."
He's hurting Grinovich.
You can't see it.
Which is good because he's a physical therapist. Now he can heal people and also he can hurt people.
He knows exactly where he's at. And Grinovich ate that and sat back up. Imagine if Levine had followed up again.
You see, and the setups were all kicks. Low, boom, high.
High kick, yeah.
Well, we got a minute 15 seconds
there's that
again
kick
to the
again.
leg, and you can see Grinovich is unstable, spinning hook kick. Levine's got a minute left here if he wants to try and finish it, but that was such a significant blow. Grinovich really showing his chin.
Yeah, man, he's on a hunt right now, Levine. Grinovich needs to watch out. So is Levine, though. He cannot be overconfident because Grinovich still has knockout power.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the kick again.
Oh, again. We heard that one.
Yeah. There's a little bone-on-bone action there.
Yeah, they tie up. Levine's pushing him off here. Really trying to impose his will. Last 30 seconds of round number 3.
So maybe Grinovich is feeling his calf right now and he's not able to move right in the beginning like he did, no?
Yeah, I would have thought more attacks from Levine on the leg now.
Yeah. You see Levine wants that break. He doesn't want to get tied up. Immediately putting that frame in. He's got 15 seconds left to work here as Grinovich tries to close the distance.
I'm very surprised how they don't know how to defend sometimes the calf kick, because in karate you have a defense we call namiashi. No, namiashi means you just lift your leg and you're gonna pass your kick. Yeah. But because of the wide base that they have, sometimes they're not able.
They can't because they fall forward.
Yeah.
But also the thing is with when you lift your leg, you need to be 100% certain that you lift enough high enough, because when you lift and then they hit the calf, the muscle is completely relaxed.
Yeah.
That could be hurting.
Levine celebrating. He thinks he's done enough. Let's take a look back at some of the replays from this round. That third round, very much one-way traffic.
Boom. Very powerful kick. There's another one. Oh, and that was one with the shin. And now here we go. Splash in the neck. But man, Grinovich didn't flinch at all. And now we go, whoop. Just underneath the jaw. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in that third round. Let's go ahead and get our winner's hand raised from a judge's decision. Ross Levine thinks it's him. Let's see if he's right. So a win in his Karate Combat debut for Ross Levine at 84 kilos.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Yeah, Andrei Grinevich we saw just stumbling up the wall. He's definitely taken some damage to that leg. Let's head pit side with our victor and our broadcast colleague Andrea Ocampo to get his thoughts on the fight.
Impressive debut here at Karate Combat. You know, walk us through the third round. Obviously a lot of mental focus, but what made all the difference for you?
I think just overall the entire fight was my pace. I know a lot of the guys traditionally in their karate element, they want to be a little more patient, score points. He landed a couple really good shots, but I think overall my pressure, I was attacking his leg and then started mixing and just pressure and cardio. It's king.
And talk to us about your career. Does it feel like you really has come full circle at this very moment here at the Karate Combat stage?
Absolutely. This is unlike anything I've ever been a part of. I mean, look at all these people here. This is unbelievable. So I want to be able to display everything that I've been doing since I was 7 years old in Karate Combat, and I couldn't be happier.
Congratulations, Ross.
Thank you.
Well, we very much look forward to seeing Ross Levine again. Robin, talk us through your thoughts on that one. It was constant pressure from Ross Levine.
Very, very cool by Ross Levine. It was a variation in the geometry of the biology. The right weapons high to the left side, the left weapons low to the right side, attacking that peroneal nerve that's exposed on the calf. An elegant performance by Ross. Very, very, very smart, attacking from different angles. Beautiful stuff, Ross.
Thank you, Robin. What a fantastic main event we had there, Bas. Let's go ahead and take a look at our montage from that fight. Talk us through one last time some of the action.
That was from the last round there, the high kick that connected, but not really got pulled through though. Oh no, that was actually in the first one, because the last one connected. Look at this low kicks to the calves. Very nicely done, more of them, more calf kicks.
So you can use a calf kick like he did after that. So Grinovich tried to shoot, just like use one power punch to finish the fight. But Levine was able to control more the fight and throw more punches and kick and create more damage on Grinovich, which gave him the victory.
That's it, you know, and he threw low kicks, and then boom, suddenly this high kick, you know, distracting, making him think it's another kick low, but it wasn't. And of course, that's why he got his hand raised right here.
Bas Lyoto, what a night we have had here, pitside at Karate Combat. Bas, two absolute barn burner fights, and then of course that big knockout from De Castañeda. Give us your thoughts on this evening's event.
I thought it was great. I wanted to talk that Castaneda landing that punch, the intercepting punches, we're talking about it the whole time. That was great, and it was seeing him, Levine at the end here, everything coming full circle. We've been talking about it. I mean, the way he was using your feints that you were teaching him yesterday after the weigh-in.
Yeah, so he did it. He did it.
Lyoto, 3 brilliant bouts here tonight. What did you think of all the combat here?
So I love the pit, I love the environment, I love the fights. So it's amazing to be here. Amazing.
Oh, hey, Lyoto, you should jump in here one time.
Who knows?
Well, never say never.
Indeed, that would certainly be something. Anyway, that is all from us.
Wait. Andrea, you're from here. What can we do around here?
Well, I could take you on a tour and drive you guys around. Of course, in my flying car.
Flying car? Oh, flying car! Oh, I have this great idea. I mean, just the movies that I always saw in America. But I live from Holland. You know, these guys driving around in the car with a baseball bat and they hit the mailboxes. If we do this with a flying car, dude, we hit like 100 mailboxes in 30 seconds. I mean, the mailbox is going to be super pissed.
I'm going to leave you to that. Thank you very much for joining us here at Karate Combat. From myself, Josh Palmer, Bas Lyoto Machida, Andrea Campo, and Robin Black, we will see you next week.